All right, folks. This is called a reed, or EED, and I usually hold them. Well, I shouldn't say I usually do anything. I actually, in fact, don't usually do any of that anymore. At one point in time, second grade through probably eighth grade, I usually put these reeds in these special little containers, and it would keep the very thin wood from being splintered and chopped and all that. You got to get the wood wet if you want to play this instrument. I just found this instrument again. My aunt gave it to me when I was in the second grade, and she decided that I could have it, and if I were to ever get rid of it, that I should return it to her. And I did return it to her, in fact, about 20 years later, because I hadn't played it in almost a decade. Well, that same moment, literally, I put it from my hands to her hands because I felt that it would have been dishonorable to sell it or anything. And I've experienced plenty of time in my life where selling it, I'm going to set this down right here just to give it a chance to not be in my way while I'm putting the rest of this beast together. But, and give it a really good home rather than just selling it. Ooh, it looks like one of the pads. They have things called pads underneath here. You can't really see it on the camera, so I'm not going to waste your time. But if those pads get broken or fall off or rip or tear, or create some sort of gap in the little holes in between each of these spaces. Can you even see that with this? We should probably change a little bit of this filming. Anyways, well, right in that same moment, she ended up giving it to my sister, and it ended up right back in my space. How's that? That's a little clearer. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know why I like that jingle. Let's see if I can switch that up for you, so every time you're paying attention to me, you're not hearing the same repetitious ding, 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 ding over and over. Anyhow, so you put this bad boy together. Ultimately, this thing ended up in my home. It's a wooden clarinet. And here I am again, re-meeting the wooden clarinet. There's this mouthpiece here, and this reed actually fits right on top of the mouthpiece there. I'm just going to go ahead and do it for brevity's sake, that we might be able to just move forward. The reason I'm telling you this is because this is another part of my evolution. This was a part of me that was with me as a child. I did fall in love with it for a brief amount of time, but it's not my dream to become a clarinetist. It's not my dream to sit on a stage and play clarinet in an orchestra or anything like that. But I do enjoy the sound that it made when I once played it before. So today I'm in here pumping iron. Look at that huge muscle. Are you guys so intimidated? Rawr. Look at it. It's like it's really not that big. The camera, I think, adds 10 pounds to that muscle, so it's more like an angel hair spaghetti over here. But anyhow, and I got this thing out of last year, and I tried to get started with it again, and lots of things moved in my life. It was a very busy time for thinking and for heart work and mind work, and there were lots of us doing it all at the same time. And when you're working so diligently on trying to get the space to align with what it is that your intentions are, you got to let certain things go. So I did let it go. I got rid of it. But by golly, look at what found me. So I line all these pieces up correctly in order to make the most melodious sound. And we are going to experience here, ladies and gentlemen, I really am going to have to tend to this with a little more care. But we're going to try and get some sound to come out of this thing. You have to get the reed fairly saturated. I usually just hold it in my mouth for like a minute, and then it's ready to go. It gives the wood more of a pliable ability to vibrate with the tongue. Don't anybody go anywhere with that one either. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching one of the first stages of a woman that has decided that reintroducing the clarinet after nearly 2.5 decades of not playing it with any amount of concern or care at all. But she wants to fall in love with it again, just to have another space to go to that doesn't cost any money and doesn't require any interpersonal kind of communication. This is more like an interpersonal, not an interpersonal. This isn't one-on-one. This is me on me. So I'm going to challenge myself to learning how to play something by the end of next week. This is how we do this. These are the tiny goals within the big goal. The big goal for me, obviously, is the seeding of this quantum truth, that we can actually train our brains to begin to develop in ways that will enhance the quality of the life that we're actually putting out on the objective field. But we have to actually learn how to work with this subjective inside, this brain that feels like it's the one that's making the decisions. But there's a little bit more going on there than all that, folks. So we'll leave that for another lesson, but all right, let's see what we got. Me. You don't have to do that either. That's just me. I feel like my mouthpiece is just a little off, and that the keys I could probably invent a song and you guys wouldn't even know. You'd be like, oh my gosh, she's so good. She told us she was going to do this in a week and she did it. And it'd be like me just coming up with some notes and throwing them down out there and pretending like I actually learned something. But let's see, can I invent a song right now? Let's see if I can remember anything. Can you even hear that on there? Do I have to put this down on my microphone? Let's try this. You probably can't actually hear it, but... That's high. All right, copy that. Check 1 2 1 2. It looks like we are on our way, folks. So thank you very much for tuning in to the beginning of the clarinetist part of this particular identity unfolding and expanding. And we'll see where she goes with it. If you notice other videos that have me with the clarinet in my mouth, look at the date and see if there is any contrast at all. I could pretty much just not do anything at all with this. This could just be a moment with you and I right here, right now, where I had some urge to share some bit of something with you. And it has nothing to do with whether or not I finish this clarinet thing that I've set out for myself, because my big goal is really to seed quantum physics, and to explore everything in that quantum field is what, from my particular perspective, is what's most important to me. So just the fact that I actually felt a thought and took action on it, to me, is the big part of it. Is just really getting out there. You know, I was listening to a song the other day, this jack of all trades, master of none thing, and there's a little twist in that. There's jack of all trading it while you're mastering one, tasting everything life has to offer without pulling it in as if it were the only thing that were happening in your life, to the degree that it takes over your thoughts and your particular system, taking you away from that one thing that you're actually designing yourself to do while doing all of that. For me, quantum physics makes it really easy. I want to know everything there is to know about how to seed this as a reality for our particular state of being. And learning how to play quantum clarinet is then part of that. I organized a community function, and I used quantum physics to see how all of the people played a part. You know, Adina, how do we do this? Adina, how do you do that? Adina, do you want us to do this? Adina, do you want us to do that? And I said nothing. I said, I trust you. And I really didn't put very much together other than just adding my energy of confidence to everyone that decided to participate. And boy, I'll tell you what, man, they showed up like I've never seen people show up before. And I don't mean like by the droves. I mean, there was a genuine heart and free will and free giving in that. I sat on a community board long enough. I sat with people that were trying to get presidents elected long enough. I went into a classroom and taught students long enough. I did all of those things, but I did them with this quantum intention. So even though I was jack of all trading it, seemingly to the untrained eye, as if I were not necessarily being singly focused, it's not true. I was just blanketing every single jack of all trade with the one intention that I actually have. So finding that balance is really not about finding balance per se. It's really about learning how to activate your one intention with everything that you're doing. What is it that you wish to seed in the world? What is your purpose? What is your design? And then everything you do, from learning how to play a clarinet to the degree that you are able to see how quantum physics plays a role, not you, but whatever your intention is. For me, to see how quantum physics plays a role in just participating with activating a thought. Could be something simple like, how am I getting out of bed? What is my molecular structure doing? How is it participating in this whole thing? Look at me brush my teeth. What parts of my body are working, and am I brushing them the exact same way? Am I being gentle with them? Am I paying attention when I'm looking in the mirror, scrubbing endlessly, grinding the enamel in the gums? Or am I gently applying just the right amount of pressure to enhance a beautiful smile? Anyways, we went on way too long about this, so I'm just gonna say word. And keep working it. I really see this working. I just keep in mind, I'm like way positive, and it's actually sometimes disturbing to others, and they find it unbelievable, but it's true. And I'll probably die feeling that way. Hopefully I die feeling that way. Hopefully? Hope. That's another word. Man, I just don't know about this hope thing. Sometimes I wonder. It's not really hope. It's a vision that hasn't yet unfolded, but everything else I've ever said has unfolded. I just... No, it's just nuts. I love you guys. Thanks a lot. So crazy. It's like I'm talking to me, like, look at me, when really I could be looking directly at you. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. Make eye contact, people. It's okay. We're all human, and we're all trying. We're all doing the best we can. All right, peace.